the smartest sports YouTuber, with another video. And in this video, we gotta talk about Joe Burrow outplaying Justin Herbert again in Week 8. There's no doubt about it. No Chargers fans or Herbert fans can deny this. Joe Burrow clearly outplayed Herbert, who struggled against the Patriots. He had a bye week to prepare for the Patriots. He had last year's game film to watch over to prepare for the Patriots. And he got exposed again. Justin Herbert does not have high football IQ. He cannot read coverages as well as Joe Burrow. He is trash against the blitz compared to Joe Burrow. And he has accuracy issues. Like I've said, he completed 18 of 35 passes, just a little above 50%, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he only threw for 223 yards. And some of those yards in that one of those touchdowns came at the very end of the game when they were down by 2 scores because Justin Herbert put him in that situation by throwing crucial interceptions in that game. Absolute playing like dog shit. Meanwhile, Big Dick Burrow is out here throwing 3 tutties against the Jets. He should have had 5 because Jamar Chase dropped 1 in the corner of the end zone and Tyler Boyd just stopped on a route that should have been a touchdown. So Joe Burrow kind of got screwed by his teammates in that game, but Herbert the pervert just clearly failed to outplay him again. I mean, it's a common theme. Joe Burrow has outplayed Justin Herbert this season. Like, look at the numbers. Justin Herbert, in a 3-week span against terrible defenses, had 11 touchdowns, no picks. In 3 weeks. Other than that, he has 5 touchdowns and 6 picks on the year. So that just lets you know he's streaky, he's not consistent, and that's because he has accuracy issues. I've tried to tell people this. He's in the low 60%. Meanwhile, Joe Burrow's up near 70% almost. And you can clearly see it. Justin Herbert just has accuracy issues. That was his thing coming out of college. His accuracy was wishy-wash, up and down. And you can clearly see Justin Herbert missing wide-open throws against the New England Patriots, missing easy-ass wide-open throws. So I need someone to defend this. Like, how can you defend this? Joe Burrow is now graded higher on PFF, 87 to 86. Joe Burrow is graded higher than Justin Herbert. Joe Burrow has better numbers on the season, has 108 passer rating compared to Justin Herbert, 94, 95 passer rating, much higher passer rating, much higher completion percentage, way better. Just way better in general. More touchdowns. Their picks, Joe Burrow has more picks. That's like the one stat that Justin Herbert has better. But I wouldn't be surprised if Justin Herbert ties him or eclipses him soon because Justin Herbert is an interception machine, inaccurate. It's just all facts. And Justin Herbert has lost his team 2 games in a row because he's played terrible in both games. Absolute terrible. He scored 6 points against the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, Joe Burrow's putting up 41. Okay, so we've seen all the evidence we need. Joe Burrow, coming off a devastating knee injury, is already having a better sophomore season than Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's on pace for worse numbers than his rookie season, which I said he would have. He's on pace for about the same amount of touchdowns. He might get more since there's an extra game. He's on pace for more interceptions. He's on pace for a lesser passer rating, a lesser completion percentage. So his numbers are declining, and I told you it would happen this year. Last year, he was a dump-down king. He's still a dump-down king, so not much has changed there. But, yeah, defenses are figuring him out. The past 2 weeks, Justin Herbert has played like absolute dog shit. Those are the facts. Joe Burrow, meanwhile, last 2 weeks, 416 yards and 259, 3 touchdowns against the Jets, 4 touchdowns against the Ravens. He's just got to clean up some turnovers that really aren't his fault. I mean, if you get a ball tipped at the line, that you can't really do anything about that. But Justin Herbert, 2 inexplicable interceptions, just terrible decisions on those interceptions that lost his team the game against the Patriots, who were 3-4, nothing special. And people want to say, oh, Joe Burrow, he was playing the Jets, so you can't count it. The Jets' weakness is their offense. They had the worst offense in the NFL. Their defense was solid. They have a solid defense. They got C.J. Mosley back, who's one of their best defensive players. They have a solid D-line. They have a solid secondary. So their defense is not the problem. It's their offense. And obviously the Bengals let their offense throw for 400 yards, scored 34 points, and it is what it is. And the refs screwed the Bengals at the end, and Joe Burrow would have got the ball back and had a game-winning drive. But the refs screwed him with that. But all in all, Joe Burrow's proven me right. He's having a much better season. He's graded higher on PFF. Their QBRs are about the same, even though that was some bullshit. Justin Herbert has 16 QBR against the Patriots, and somehow Joe Burrow had a low QBR against the Jets. Absolute bullshit with QBR on that one, but it is what it is. Joe Burrow, much higher completion percentage, much higher passer rating, more touchdowns, much higher TD percentage, and he's doing this all while recovering from a devastating knee injury. Meanwhile, Justin Herbert had a full offseason, healthy as can be. Joe Burrow, meanwhile, was rehabbing most of his offseason, and he's still outperforming Justin Herbert. He's still leading his team to more wins, and Justin Herbert's team may have more talent than the Bengals do, but when you have a dude at quarterback, it makes up for it. That's why the Bengals, who have less talent than, let's say, a team like the Browns, and I said the Bengals would be better than the Browns this year because of the quarterback difference and what the fuck is happening. I told you this. So, I'm right. Joe Burrow is a top 10 quarterback. Justin Herbert, I don't even think he's top 10. He's nowhere near Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow clearly has better numbers, clearly has more team success. That's due to him, not the defense. If you look at Justin Herbert, he's played good against shitty defenses, but when he goes up against real defenses like Baltimore, New England, he absolutely shits the bed. Meanwhile, Joe Burrow goes up against Baltimore and throws for 416 yards and 3 touchdowns and scores 41 points on a good defense in Baltimore. So no excuses for Herbert fanboys. Herbert is struggling. Herbert is just declining. I told you he was overrated. I told you he'd have a sophomore slump, meaning that his numbers wouldn't be as good as his rookie year. And I was right about all of those, and I'll continue to be right. So just hold this L. Don't try to debate me because I keep winning. You keep losing. You keep taking these L's. And, yeah, I just kind of feel bad at this point that Justin Herbert has just pissed in the face of all his supporters that were saying he was a top 5 quarterback. And now look at it. Joe Burrow is clearly better. Most people in their right mind would take Joe Burrow over Justin Herbert, and those are just the facts. Justin Herbert came into this league with 2 really good wide receivers, Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. He had a great receiver in Keenan Allen handed to him, one of the best route runners in the league, and he still has those weapons. And look what he's doing. He's already declining. He's already showing decline. He's showing a sophomore slump because teams have figured him out. That's why the past 2 weeks he's played like absolute dog shit. And those are the fucking facts. But I'll leave that video off there. Joe Burrow, once again, outplays Justin Herbert. It is what it is. Those are the fucking facts. Hit the like button. If you hit the dislike button, you're just a Justin Herbert fanboy, a Joe Burrow hater, and a hater of mine and the Cincinnati Bengals. Those are the facts as well. Like I said, hit the subscribe button, keep the channel growing, and you just listen to the smartest sports YouTuber on the planet. That's a fact, and I'm out.